हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू अदर ट्यूटोरियल। इस ट्यूटोरियल के अंदर आज हम बनाने वाले हैं पाइप वाइज असेंबली। तो ये पाइप वाइज असेंबली का बेस पार्ट है। इसके अंदर ये हैंडल और ये जॉब फिक्स होंगे। तो इस ट्यूटोरियल में फर्स्ट ट्यूटोरियल है इस असेंबली का, तो इसमें हम लोग ये बनाने वाले हैं। ये तो इसका फ्रंट व्यू है, ये सेक्शन व्यू है और ये है इसका साइड व्यू। तो इनकी हेल्प से हम बनाएंगे। बनने के बाद कुछ ऐसा दिखाई देगा। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। यहाँ से कट कर देते हैं हम इसको। न्यू लेंगे हम लोग यहाँ से मॉडल और इसको ओके करेंगे। ओके करने के बाद यहाँ से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। स्केच लेने के बाद बेस प्लेन सेलेक्ट करेंगे एंड सेलेक्ट रेक्टेंगल थर्ड वन। okay, now assign the dimension. The total length of this base is 170, so double click to edit the dimension and feed 170 and it is 60 mm. Close, drag it outward, double click to edit it and 60. Okay, the radius of this all four corner is radius 5. Select fillet and feed 5, enter. Now select each corner individually for the fillet. Cancel. Now there is two hole which is 140 mm apart. So let's draw a circle here by deactivating this auto continuous dimensioning. Select, okay, and the diameter is 13. Radius dimension, diameter is 13, then 13 divided by 2. Close. Select dimension, linear dimension, vertical dimension. Select center point of the circle and this topmost line, and the total length of is 60 and feed 30 here. Select horizontal line, select center point of the circle and this origin point, and it is now 140 divided by 2. Okay, now it is perfect. And the another thing which I am going to do is I am going to mirror this circle about this y-axis. Select mirror line, and now it is asking to you select the curve circle and select the center line. Apply and OK and cancel. My sketch is fully constrained with 2 auto dimension. Finish it and select extrude. Now it is asking the extrude value. So the extrude value is 20. As you can see here in this side view, the thickness of this base is 20 mm. So the distance I'm going to feed is 20. Select the curve and boolean operation is none. Apply and OK and cancel. Select the curve and hide it if you want. Now I'm gonna make this side view with this side face. On the side face, select the sketch for this. Select the sketch. It is going downward. Select reverse direction and OK. First select project curve, because if you select project curve you don't need to draw a sketch over this edge. It will automatically create a sketch. Select sketch, again deactivate auto dimensioning, and if you are okay with this then don't deactivate it. I'm not okay with this, that's why I'm deactivating it. First draw a rough sketch and give some dimension to it, and then start complete giving it dimension. Here I have a linear dimension. Select infrared, and the height of this base portion is V section is 25. Select this line and assign 25 mm length, and it is 72 mm in length, and it is 40 mm. Okay, now it's time to draw this V section. So draw a V section here by selecting this curve, selecting this point and this point. Trim the excessive portion. Select trim Okay. uh, Now if you want to make this V section equal on both the side, the solution I have is draw a center line and select it and convert it into reference, because if you convert it into a reference, it will not uh, interfere in your sketch. Now this V section is 85. You can give V 85 degrees to this V, or you can give 22 either side of this V section, so it is up to you. So I am giving 22 of each side. Select linear dimension. Again I need to select horizontal. This point and this point, it should be 22, and again this point and this point should be 22. It could be 85 or 22, but in my opinion give a 22 to it. And again 25 dimension, select vertical, select this topmost point and this bottom line, and assign 25 dimension. Again I did a mistake here. Let's see what I did here. Select trim command. Trim, it is not a sharp V, actually it have a small flat section here, so draw this flat section here, and we didn't have any dimension of it. We don't have dimension of it, so I am assigning the dimension by my own, and make these two line collinear. And you can do this by selecting collinear command, geometric constraint, sorry. This is my collinear command. Select this line and this bottom line so that they can come in the same line. Let's again assign 25 dimension by selecting vertical, close it. And the thing is, we didn't have any dimension, so assign 8 dimension to it by selecting these 2 points and select horizontal. These 2 points select, and it is automatically 8, so you don't need to have to assign any dimension. And I guess it is 60 in length. Select the point and draw a horizontal line. Again select linear dimension, horizontal from this point to this point, and it is about 60 close. And the last thing, and the last dimension is from the center of V, and at the right portion it is 70 dimension from the center to the right portion of this base. So for this you have to select linear dimension, horizontal, again this point of V, and select this point, and okay, now it becomes 70. It slides at the right side a bit. And another thing which I am going to make is this portion, this curvy portion, is this handle like portion. Let's draw a line and select arc. If you want to make this arcs, select arc. This arc is not tangent from the upside, but it is tangent from the bottom side. So for this, draw again a line, trim the excessive portion. This arc is 65 radius, so select radial dimension to assign a radius dimension 65. Okay, and cancel. Now you need to make this line and the circle should be tangent. So for this, select constraint, select tangent constraint from here, select arc and the line so that they can come tangent to each other. And now we have this point. This point is about 60 in height, as you can see here. In between this this V shape, you can see there is a point which is 60 away from the bottom. For this, assign it also by selecting linear dimension and vertical dimension. Select this point of this circle and this bottom point, assign 60 dimension to it. Now you have to bring this circle at the center of this line. For this, you have one thing, drag it a little bit upward, press Ctrl key and select both these points, or without control, as you wish. Select geometry constraint and select coincidence. Select the point of circle and this line so that they can come collinear to each other. Now I guess my sketch is fully constrained, but there's a problem because my sketch is not fully closed, because this V is touching this base point, and it can create a problem. You could face problem extruding it. So for this I have a solution. Just draw another portion underneath it by selecting these 2 points. uh, Quick extend, select quick extend, it will extend automatically. And the next thing you have to do is make this line, first of all trim the line either side from the sketch, and select the line and convert it into reference. If you convert it into reference, it do not interfere in your sketch. Cancel it. I'm trying to make it reference, but it is not converting into reference. I don't know what is happening with this. Let's assign some dimension. Select invert, close it. It is not taking. Then undo it. Okay, it could go downward, so select linear dimension, a vertical dimension, assign some vertical dimension, and leave it as it is. And another dimension, I think this is a dimension which is needs a dimension. Select this point and this point, assign some dimension. The geometry is getting over constrained, so undo it. Try to make it reference, because if this line don't convert into reference, it will create a problem with the extruding. So let's find out how can I convert into it reference. So let's trim this line. Select by selecting this trim command and close. My dimension, my sketch needs one constraint, so let me see which constraint it is needed. Vertical, select this point and this point, cancel it. Select linear dimension, horizontal, select this point and this point. Okay, it is also vertical, it is also vertical. Select vertical, and it is getting over constraint as okay, that's there's I found the mistake. Select linear dimension, select vertical, this point and this point should be 25. Okay, now it is in its place 8 mm, and the sketch is fully constrained and the drawing is not moving anywhere, so it means your drawing is okay. Let's finish the sketch and extrude it. The extrusion is 42 mm, so select extrude. It will ask you the section you want to extrude, and apply 42, and the boolean operation should be unite, not subtract, not intersect. And hide the sketch if you want to hide it. And now we have to create a plane. As you can see, there is a whole rectangular hole under inside it, so that movable jaw can move in and out from this base body. So for this, what I'm going to create, I'm going to create a plane 10 mm below from this sketch, just like that. By selecting datum plane, select the face you want to create and make the direction reverse, and feed the direction 10, apply and OK. Now select the sketch again and select the sketch, select the plane. Now I want to make the z direction upward, so reverse the direction. It will come like this. Deactivate auto dimensioning, select rectangle and from the center. Okay. The dimension of this rectangle, as you can show in this section view, it is 40 mm length and 20 mm wide. Select linear dimension, select infrared. It is 40 mm, the length is, and the width is 20 mm. Now I want to bring this rectangle at the center of this rectangle. So how can I calculate this? Let me see. It is 60 mm and the rectangle is 40 mm. The rest digit is left is 20, means 10 either side. So assign 10 mm direction on either side. Select horizontal dimension, select this portion and this portion, assign 10 mm, and it is about 42 mm. It is 42 mm in thickness, in height, and the rectangle thickness is 20, means if you subtract 20 into 20 minus 42, then it will comes 22, means 11 on either sides. The value is 11. Select this line and this line and assign 11 value. Sorry, not this. Select linear dimension, should be vertical. Select this topmost line and the topmost line of the rectangle, and it is 11. Now it is exactly at the center and your sketch is fully constrained. Now the next thing you have to do is, now I cannot see the rectangle, so for this I am going to select the rectangle from this part navigator. Select the sketch which you have drawn and extrusion. Select extrude command and make the direction reverse, and select until through all, and the boolean operation should be subtract, because I want to subtract the rectangle portion from this base body, and apply and OK. Now the V section is created completely. Now I have to connect my charger, so wait for a minute. And the next thing is, there is a cylinder of 30 mm diameter and 18 extrude is here. So for this I am going to select the rectangle sketch again, select this top face and OK. Draw a circle by deactivating this, and again circle. I think it is got tangent with something, so just right click and delete it, undo it, select circle. Okay, now it is okay. It is 30 mm diameter, so I am assigning 50 mm radius. Close, bring it to the center by assigning a rectangle vertical and horizontal. It is 42 mm in length, so 42 divided by 2. Again select horizontal for assigning horizontal dimension with this line, and it is total length is 60 mm, so it is gonna be 30. Finish the sketch and select again extrude command, and it will now again asking you for select curve. So select this circle and apply 30 here, and it should not be, sorry, not 30, it is 18 mm, and the boolean operation should be unite, because I don't want to subtract anything from it, and OK. Hide the sketch again, and there is a hole of 20 mm diameter over this 30 mm diameter circle, sorry, 30 mm diameter cylinder. For this again what I'm going to do is I'm selecting a hole here. Select simple hole and apply 20 mm diameter until next, and now it is asking for you specifying the point. So I specify the point by bringing your cursor over the edge of the circle. It will show you the center point. Grab the center point and until next, and the boolean operation should be select and OK and cancel. Now the thing is, the main thing is left here because there is a handle grabbing, you can say, cavity here which is 10 mm deep. So for this I'm going to select this face. Sorry, I'm not taking any plane. Select a sketch, select the face and OK. Now draw the entire section by projecting the bottom line, bottom curve, apply and cancel. Select a line, draw a line. Okay, I am deactivate, select arc. Okay, and select the line. Make the line vertically constrained by selecting vertical constraint. Now assign some dimension. The dimension of this curve is radius 55. For this, select radius dimension, select the curve and assign 55 dimension to it. And the next thing is make the line and circle tangent by selecting tangent constraint. Select the circle and this line so that they can come tangent to each other. The next thing is this line is collinear with this top line. So for this I'm selecting again a collinear constraint. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, it works. And sketch is fully constrained with auto dimension. Select again linear dimension, choose horizontal from this, select this portion, and it is about 10 mm. You can take this dimension with your own because it is not given in the in this sketch. So I am taking it 8. Okay. And I'm going to make these two curve concentric if it is possible. It is not taking. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this, and let's see now it will take or not. It is 55. Okay, select constraint, select tangent, select this line and this line. Okay, now it is in its place. ये अपनी जगह पर पूरा आ गया है. Now it's time to trim the excessive portion. Select this line and this line for trimming. It is about 10 mm deep, or you can take this 25 mm dimension if you are not making collinear this line with this vertical line. So the next thing which is left is select extrude command, select this feature, apply 10 and make the profile reverse, and select boolean operation subtract. So then a 10 mm deep cavity can create inside the body, and cancel. Now you might be thinking this type of cavity is on this only in this side. No, it is also only the other side. For this I'm going to create a plane in between these two surface. So for this I'm going to select infrared, select the face and make the direction reverse, and it is 42 mm in thickness. So I am feeding 42 divided by 2, just half of it, so that plane can come exactly at the center. Select the extrude which you have done, and select mirror feature command. Now it will ask you the plane which you want to mirror this feature. So I am selecting this newly created plane, and now as you can see, after selecting mirror, my cavity is constructed on the other side, and you can hide these plane if you want, and if you not, then it is okay. Now the last thing is left in this drawing is the fillet. We didn't have any fillet dimension, so what I'm going to do is The fillet radius is 3 mm unless specify, means you can assign fillet 3 mm all the side. The fillet is, let me see where is the fillet is. Select the fillet command, as specify 3 here, and select these edges for the fillet one by one. Don't need to hurry, select easy and comfortably. Okay, and this line also, this line also, this line also, and this line also, and anything is left? Yeah, there is a fillet of 3 mm over here at the origin point of this cylinder. Okay, the fillet is over. We don't need to specify fillet or an, okay, we did a mistake here. There is a fillet of radius 5 over here also, so for this I'm going to apply another fillet of 5 mm here by just applying 5 and select this edge. It will create a fillet over here. Now okay, it is completed. Now you can see our part is almost completed, nothing is left here, and now it's time to assign some color. You can assign some color with your own, it is up to you, it is your wish. Now one thing is left here, this hole has to be created here, and I think it is, this hole is throughout this rectangle portion. So I'm selecting a hole here, select this face to specify the hole. Now assign some dimension, it is 20 mm from the side, close this point, select again linear dimension, horizontal, select the point and this horizontal line, and assign 20 mm dimension, and it is about 35 mm deep from the top. So for this you have to select vertical, select this point and assign 35 mm sorry, it is feeding by default, so by mistake 354, so apply 35 here, and the diameter is 8. Nothing is left, select finish, and the diameter is 8, and it should be throughout the body, and subtract, apply and cancel. Now you can see the hole is created throughout the body. As you can see there, they are showing 10 mm depth. It is the plane which we have created from this top surface from 10 mm depth by calculating it. So hide the sketch, right click and hide it. Okay, now it's time to apply some color. It is unite. Okay, so apply color as you want. So for this, I told you earlier, select the portion and select edit parameters, or select extrude, extrude, extrude and extrude and extrude. Right click, assign feature color, specify the color as you want. It is totally depend upon you. Strong orange, I'm going to assign some color. Okay, this blue is also looking attractive, and for the fillet, select all the fillet and this mirror feature also, and this extrude feature. Right click, select assign, specify the color. I'm going to specify a light blue color. I think it is okay. Apply and cancel. Now it is looking fantastic, isn't it? So you can apply color as you want. right click and select true shading. Now this is our base part of pipe vice assembly. As you can see, it is looking fantastic. So this is my tutorial first number 1 for this pipe vice assembly. I hope you like the tutorial. If you like, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos. Thank you.